Hey guys, today I would like to discuss a topic with you, which unfortunately comes up again and again through other channels here. Namely, no contact as a strict ban to interact with your ex. No contact is not an absolute ban, as you sometimes hear when you are looking for ways to get your ex back. So first of all, what do you want with no contact? It's very simple. You want to protect yourself from slipping into a depression in which your thoughts are only about her. Because that is a standstill from which it is difficult to recover. Also, you want to give her the space that she intended with the breakup. She doesn't want you in that area of her life anymore. She doesn't want you as a partner anymore. And you want only this place in her life and no one else. Otherwise you would be able to cope with it and it would not be so bad for you. You don't want to watch her go on without you. You don't want to accept a simple friendship. It only occurs to you because you don't want to let her go. You think that you will somehow get back to her. But no serious man behaves like that. At least not one who is attractive to women. This sneaking around, being nice, pretending to be interested in her crap just to get into a situation where she might take you back or you might get close to her again, that's what weak people do who are not sure of themselves. You are supposed to build yourself up in no contact to someone who becomes attractive to her again just by being there and doing what you do. There will be another video on that topic sometime. Does all this mean that you should act like an ass or play mind games? No, of course not. You should become and want to become honest and open to what women find attractive. Not for women, but because then you will get the maximum out of yourself. It is the same way. But it takes time. What am I actually getting at now? On the internet you can find many interpretations when it comes to no contact. Some of them tell you, if your ex writes to you, then wait or don't write back at all. But just think about it logically. Not exaggerated. Just logically. If someone asks you a normal question, wants to contact you or has changed his mind, then it is your right not to answer. But what do you get out of it in that case? You want your ex back. That's why you started this whole thing. If you ignore her, she will conclude that you are not interested in her or talking to her. She opens the door a crack to see how you react to her. And you are kicking her back again. She feels rejected. How did you feel when she ignored you, or at least your feelings? The moment she reaches out, it's up to you how you want to respond. You want to trigger the same feeling in her that you had with the part of no contact that concerns her. Uncertainty towards you. Of course, also missing you and curiosity. That makes people put out feelers for you. You have reached that point when she gets in touch. What do you expect to happen if you ignore her now? And when it comes to waiting just a bit to respond to her message, I'm with others in my opinion. You shouldn't always write directly. But not because you've seen the message and are waiting like some defiant child, but because you're busy. In the best case, because you are actually busy and distracted. You're working, you have your hobbies, you have your sports, you're doing something with friends, you have a damn life. And your cell phone is secondary. You don't have it in your hand all the time and check if someone has written. If you need it for work, get a work cell phone. Because it's the cell phone that distracts you from your task and your life. If you just happen to have your cell phone in your hand, okay. Keep in mind that you haven't arrived exactly where you want to arrive. So don't always write directly. Wait a bit and learn to check yourself before sending a message. For example, I've heard of someone who, for every month she made him wait, made her wait an hour. It may be funny to hear, but it's even more nonsense to implement. Do not take fixed times that you wait to write back. Don't wait for their messages. But don't say to yourself, I'll write to her in an hour. Write and then put the phone aside and do something else. When you are completely finished, you can look at it again. Behind such a thing there should always be an adult and also logical way. You are most likely men. Logic just suits you. So act on it. I know that your feelings are really hard to control at the moment. That's perfectly okay. But this is also something that no contact can help you with in the long run. You prepare and develop a completely different mindset than what you had before the breakup. And you have to have that as well. Among other things, you must always be aware that she left you. It's nice that she is in touch, but for the time being you have to continue to assume that she has made the decision. Now it is up to her to do something for it, if she should want that again. Do not assume tactics or some fixed rules that you have heard on some channels on YouTube about no contact. Or what your friends may have told you. This is your perception of it and only this counts. Every situation is different and you can never make completely general statements. At least not without knowing exactly how you acted and how the situation looks like. But I can nudge you in a direction where you can see for yourself what is right and what is wrong for you. In this particular case, I say, build a life that means happiness and improvement for you alone. Because then it will do that for the people around you. The interaction with the ex in no contact is simple. You say what you want and how you feel once before you go into no contact. You love her. You want to be with her and make the relationship better. You think it's a shame that she doesn't feel the way you do. If that should change for her, she is welcome to contact you. You cannot and do not want friendship. You say all this to her in your tone and in your way. And after that you will never contact her again. When she writes, be unemotional but friendly with her. Exchange a few messages and steer it toward a meeting. If she doesn't want to do that or is distracting, tell her, you know what I said to us. Feel free to reach out if you change your mind. And upon that, you go back into no contact. This possibility exists and every person who is not completely crazy will know that you mean it, because your actions and your words coincide with each other. It's important that you show that you stand by your word from back then and didn't just say that because you couldn't anymore, but actually come crawling back and want to be put in the friend zone. You are only interested in a relationship with her. You don't have to and shouldn't call it that at the beginning. You should be able to get to know each other again without any pressure from you. In the best case, you should have reached the point where you are happy with yourselves. Because that's when you know she has to make an effort for you, because you're worth more now than you were then. Something you don't have to fight for is worth less. And who tells you that she won't act the way she did before? But basically this means, don't ignore your ex. Give her the chance, because only you can give it. Be kind, honest, and know your worth. Your self-worth is the superior result that no contact should have. For this very reason, you will never do anything wrong with no contact. You can only win with it. Take care and see you in the next video.